Tell us a bit about your plans over the next year for BYD.
变得更美好。同时的话呢，让这个世界的发展变得可持续，减少对化石能源的依赖。
Okay, so it's such a pleasure, actually to receive this honor and this award. Actually, it's the second time we got this award. Last time it's a personal achievement award for me, and actually, it's a great opportunities for us to understand that it's a recognition of the BYD's goal and its objective to be the world best, and also in terms of the technologies, and we enable technologies to actually create opportunities for the world in terms of the economic development, in terms of sustainability, and in terms of the electric cars and storage of electric powered batteries and solar panel development. All these will lead to sustainable development of the future energy sectors and automobile industries, and it will lessen our dependence upon fossil fuels.
Yeah. Got two specific questions. One, it's taken a long time for the electric car market in China to really get going, but now it's really going fast, really growing strongly. Obviously, BYD is a clear leader in this field. What's your expectation for the next 5 to 10 years in the Chinese electric car market? And then my second question, you have some really attractive vehicles, the Tang, the Qin. We'd love to see them in the United States and Europe. I'm curious if there's any plan to bring some more of your electric cars to the US and European consumer markets, not just fleets.
Okay, so 它有两个问题，第一个就是说我们的电车就是分为 ，so last year, actually this year, last year, 2015, the electric car market in China has been growing really fast, and it's increased like a triple. And also triple times. And in 2015, it's also the year for BYD to develop so fast that it became the #1 in China as well in the world.
Yeah.
In terms of electric cars, and the demand has kind of pushed the production, and we have increased the production capacity, and we have invest more on the battery. Okay, the BYD battery, and actually in terms of the development of the electric cars, in over 160 cities in the world, okay, we have already started the tentative experiment of our big bus projects. So the big bus actually propelled by electric batteries, and in cities like London, Los Angeles, and many other domestic cities in China. Because with the requirement, the demand from the international authorities and from the Chinese environmental protection authorities, and there will be more market for electric cars.
Do you have any specific numbers or not really?
您有具体的数字吗？
For like 5 years from now?
5年到10年，
我们想的话呢，我们去年15年增长了3倍嘛。那相信的话，我们保守估计的话呢，未来3年每年翻1倍，到至少。
Yeah. So at least like in the future 3 years, every year will double.
Awesome.
Yep.
What about will double over the next 3 years?
Yeah.
In China.
Yeah. 就电动车那个生产量 double.
Doubling every year.
Every year, yeah.
So Los Angeles, London, what about here in the UAE? Also, that's one question. The second question is, with the Zai2 German Prize, this being awarded, how is BYD going to grow from now on?
Based on the award.
Based on what will this prize mean for us?
他就说是在阿联酋有这个相关的这个比亚迪会在这儿有一个市场的拓展嘛。
我们昨天和阿联酋的一些相关的城市的交通部门坐在一起开了个很好的会，先进的这个 绿色环保的技术。
Yeah. So we have already had meetings with some transportation authorities, including the RTA of the UAE, and we have the plan, I think, in the future to have electric buses and cars in the market. And because one thing, the UAE is a very open-minded society and country, and it will be very receptive to accepting new ideas and new technologies. That's something really very positive about our future collaboration. And this award, Sheikh Zayed Award, actually, it's a manifestation of UAE's commitment to technology, green energy. So that's why we are also confident to do the same thing, to enter this market in the future. And we hope that it will be a good beginning.
What about Australia?
Yeah. Can I ask about Australia?
Yeah.
And can I ask, who is the biggest competition for BYD? Is it Tesla or is it some other company?
就是在澳大利亚是那个
Tokyo
是你们最大的竞争对手，还是其他的？
它有两个问题，第一个问题是说我们在澳大利亚的话有什么计划这个事情？第二个问题是我们在这个市场上最大的竞争对手是谁？
现阶段的话，主要还是参与，谈不上竞争。
He said that in the first question about the market, here in Australia there are like at least two cities that have already had our BYD electric buses project. And in terms of the competition, Mr. Wang said that it's not really a competition; it's more about involvement because the market is so huge, and we need people's participation into the market. And Tesla, it's one that is focusing on the high-end consumer cars. And there's like a little bit overlapping of our products, but we focus more on the electric buses and the truck and as well as consumer cars. So there's a little bit overlapping, but mostly we are in a different market.
And did you ask about the Tang and the Chin in Europe and the US? If they might come to the US and Europe? Chin and Tang, the cars, yeah.
糖会不会到欧洲？
It's the US and Europe.
欧洲市场对。
Home battery storage market, is that something that interests you? And in which markets, which countries? The home battery storage? Different.
Yeah, differently.
的话，我们是不是感兴趣？哪个国家我们是有发展？
车电储能的话，也是我们一个重要的这个产品，而且这个产品
Mr. Wang says about the home energy system, storage system, battery storage system. He said because the BYD Beyond, is like a really good professional in cost control. In battery, so that we have very good cost control mechanism. As a result of that, we are very strong in the battery storage market, and actually we have some very good products sold in Japanese domestic market, home battery storage system, and it's really a good sign.
Sorry, I was a bit selfish, guys, but can you give me some details about the UAE? What kind of time frame are we looking at?
So actually, basically, at this stage we are only in the discussion phase, and we haven't really touched upon any details. But as a matter of fact, we are really willing to promote electric buses and cars in the UAE market, and because we have been given 2 awards, so far, Sheikh Zayed Award, so as a return of favor and as a kind of sign of, like a manifestation of our Thanksgiving appreciation, we love to do it, in the future, and it's definitely will be carried out in the future. Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, what other markets are promising? What other markets are promising for home battery storage? You mentioned Japan. What other markets are good for that?
就刚您说的那个日本那个家用那个， there are 2 sub markets. One is like industry, one is for home, and one we talk about Japan is like a more home saving battery system, and the one in the USA is like more about industry battery storage. And last year in the USA we kind of dominate like a half. In 50% of the US grid market using our battery system, and it's more about load adjustment. For the solar and wind energies, we have to have the mechanism to storage the electricity. So we are really strong in that sense in load adjustment. Our battery system for the industry use. 就电动大巴是吧？
电动大巴
对，so in 2016 and 2017 we have received order for 2016 and 2017 from the USA, okay, in electric buses, and that's why in Lancaster we are planning to expand the factory to increase its capacity, production capacity, and in the future 3 years, each year we'll have a demand of over 1,000 units of electric buses. So we need to double our current production capacity to meet the needs.
And what about the Tang and the Chin in Europe and the US? Is it ever going to be sold in the US or Europe? The Chin and Tang?
Tang and Chin 这两个车型会不会卖到这个欧洲和美国市场
For consumers? We like this car. We like these cars.
这个刚才说的秦和唐现在中国卖的非常好，公民球。
Tang and Chin has been really well received in China, and people love it. Actually, and the market is promising. For one reason, most important reason is the performance is excellent.
Yeah.
It's much better than other cars in the market. So as to the USA and European market, now we focus only on the electric buses to establish our brand, to grab the market, and then we'll start to move into the consumer electric cars.
We're waiting. We want these cars.
他们的车，他们在等待这个。
Want to know what cities the cars and the taxis are currently being used in? He mentioned 160 cities, right? If you can give us an example of some of the big ones.
You mean the buses or?
No, it said in the video that 160 cities currently use the buses and the taxis. So which cities can you name some major ones? And
Many cities in the world that actually use our system and our buses and taxis. For example, in London, okay, the buses there and the double-decker buses use beyond.
okay. Also single deckers.
And single deck and double deck, yeah. And in Amsterdam, the airport there, we got like about 35 electric buses as shuttles, within the airport. In LA, Los Angeles, we got many buses there. And in terms of schools, for example, on campus at Stanford University in California, all the buses are now BYD buses, electric buses. And in Japan, one city, I don't want to name actually. Yeah, okay. So we do that. And Malaysia, Thailand, and in China, over 50 cities are actually using our electric buses and taxis. And actually, the most important thing for us now is the construction of the infrastructure. And that one, as well as the purchase policy of the government affect, our pricing strategies, and in terms of, because we have one exceptional indispensable strength is our battery. Our battery is so cutting edge and so advanced that it's like more than 40% of the cost actually comes from battery. Because we are really good at battery, it can help us lower the cost and to be competitive in the market.
Yes, for the battery technologies, actually for BYD, our strategy is here. For those electric buses and electric trucks, we use the lithium iron phosphate battery. Yeah. For those electric consumer vehicles, we use the same battery as we use in the mobile phone.
And the chemistry hasn't been changing.
说我们的电池材料有没有一些变化？
电池技术现在发展很快，应该说这个能量密度啊。
In terms of technologies, the energy density has changed a lot. Like annually, it's like 3% increase. So we got a lot of technology innovations as well. And actually, over the last 10 years, the innovation has brought so much changes more than the previous 30 years. So I've received this personal achievement award, the first award I received on behalf of the BYD, and actually we got like $500,000, and actually we give all the money to this BYD charity fund. The money is used for the marginal groups, the poor employees who are going through a hard time in their life, or marginal groups who really need the help. We try to improve their life by using the money, giving the money to this charity fund. And second one is the large corporation award that we received this time, and so it's also go in line with the commitment of Shikzai Award itself to use technologies, to develop technology, innovative technologies to help the sustainability of the future energy use and for sustainable economic development. So that's also our commitment. So our commitment goes well with the Sheikh Zayed Award, and so it inspires us to do more for a better environment.